How you doing, guys? We saw this new event of Apple where they released iPhone 8, 8 Plus and iPhone 8X, or should we call it iPhone 10? Actually, they call it iPhone 10, although we all thought it's going to be called iPhone X. Even though they released other products, I would like to focus specifically on iPhone X or iPhone 10. That's what caught my attention. First, let's start from iPhone 8 and iPhone 8 Plus. For me, iPhone 8 and 8 Plus not much different from the previous model of iPhone 7, because the only difference in iPhone 8 and 8 Plus is the glass design front and back, wireless charging, and true tone, so that the brightness of the screen changes according to the lighting that you are in. So I was watching them talking about the iPhone 8 and 8 Plus, and I was like, no way, this is it. And then they started talking about iPhone 10, and I was like, the iPhone 8 meant to be iPhone 10. And then we have another release, iPhone 10. Although I thought iPhone 8 meant to be iPhone 10, but then at the same time I understand there's different options for people to buy in terms of iPhone 8 and 8 Plus, and then iPhone 10 is more expensive, which is $1,000, and the iPhone 8 and 8 Plus, it varies between 600 or 500 to 600. So talking about the iPhone 10, the big thing in iPhone 10 for me is the first thing first, Face ID. You look at it and it unlocks, and then you just swipe up and that's it, you can use the phone. The second big thing for me is the animojis. I mean, some people might find it funny, why would it be a big thing? But we won't even realize how many people send emojis to each other. And now Apple gives us an option to customize our emojis into animojis. So we just look at the screen, like in Snapchat, we talk, and the animojis then talk whatever we just talked or whatever we just recorded, and then we send those expressions to our friends. I think it's really cool and interactive way to communicate. And again, as I said, so many people are using emojis, even the 50, 60-year-old people as well. So this is a great thing. Third reason for me as a vlogger is the camera performance. iPhone has really good camera performance this time. The camera has optical dual image stabilization now, which kind of eliminates as much as hand shakiness as possible, which then allows you to take better pictures and videos. For me as a video maker and a vlogger, it's a great thing to start shooting my videos with the iPhone. And also iPhone has portrait mode now for all of us who actually like taking pictures, selfies as well. It works with front camera and back camera. You can get any studio lighting, not any studio lighting, but specific studio lighting you'd like. The ones you take with your DSLR cameras, now most of those kind of abilities are available on your phone. And I think that's one of the key areas and the main points. We're slowly going to move away from the using cameras and use our phones instead of camera more and more. The fourth, Apple decided to call their screen,
it's called the Super Retina display.
Just because it goes all the way to the edges of the phone, even though the Retina display is the exact same as in iPhone 7, the only difference is here is that this one goes to the edges. Fifth is the battery life. Now iPhone is going to last 2 hours more. However, this is definitely required, especially with a better camera performance and emojis and Face ID. I mean, these things are going to use more battery life. So I think iPhone's not even going to last that much, because it's going to consume loads of that energy, and those additional 2 hours going to require that energy. Sixth, iPhone's finally going to have wireless charging, so we'll be able to put our iPhones into the wireless pad and just charge our phones. Not just phones, apparently AirPods now as well, and Apple Watch. By the way, I just didn't understand one thing of the Apple. Why did they decide to call their iPhone X iPhone 10 instead of calling it iPhone 8 in general with all those releases, or just call it iPhone 9? Why did they decide to skip iPhone 9 and just call this one iPhone 10? I mean, does that mean that they're going to have iPhone 9 in the middle of the year, like same as they had iPhone SE for some certain reasons? Or they're going to have iPhone 11 next year? I didn't get that. If you guys know, let me know. Oh, there might be one more reason for that. It's just maybe they released iPhone 10 for the 10-year anniversary of iPhone, but that's not normal reason for me. That's it, guys. I hope you like this review. This was my just general thoughts. I don't usually do tech reviews like these, but I really wanted to do this one because I liked iPhone 10, and I wouldn't upgrade my iPhone 7 to iPhone 8 or 8 Plus. The only iPhone I would upgrade it to is iPhone 10, because I think that's the only new release from Apple in terms of phones this year. The other releases, they are like very similar to iPhone 7, so iPhone 10, there to go. If you like this video, guys, click the subscribe button below if you haven't subscribed yet, and I will see you next time.